What's happening, people? Welcome to the channel. My name's Mark and I'm a personal trainer. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but in this video I just wanted to talk about what I think will happen going forward, in regards to the gyms when they do decide to open, and also just generally with people's activity levels. Now, I know since, this lockdown, I've definitely noticed a massive spike in people's activity levels, even just the park across the road from me. I've seen a lot of people, going for walks regularly, jogging, doing little HIIT workouts, just doing the little bits and pieces that they can just to kind of help stay fit and healthy, which is great, which is something, I'm a big advocate for. I don't think we do enough physical activity on a week-to-week basis, and a lot of us do need to take the time, or do need to take more time to take care of ourselves and engage in more physical activity. However, the one thing that kind of crossed my mind today, and funnily enough, today is the day in the UK that they decided to open up all the pubs and stuff. And I went for a walk today, and I've never seen the park look so empty. Now, granted, everybody's probably, using this as an opportunity to, head down to the pubs for, a pint and whatever else. But I just started thinking to myself, the closer we start going back to normality, I'm kind of worried that these newly acquired habits that some of us picked up with taking the time to, exercise and whatever else, I'm worried that that habit is slowly going to kind of slip away as we start going back to the way things were. I guess I just wanted to, in this video, just say to you, that habit that you have picked up or you're working on developing, try to keep it a part of your lifestyle going forward, even when things, are back to normal, when you are back to work and whatever else. I'm sure you've noticed some sort of change in your body, or maybe you feel a bit more energetic throughout the day. You may have even noticed improvements. Maybe you've gotten stronger and you're able to do certain exercises that you weren't able to do in the beginning. And likewise, I'm sure, particularly if you've got other people in your household and you've been training together, you've probably been able to kind of bond between that as well. So what I'm trying to highlight is that, there are, different benefits to exercising and whatever else. And I'm sure some of you have experienced some of those benefits. But I guess what I'm just trying to get across to you is try and keep it as a priority in your life, because it is something that is important. Taking care of yourself and investing into your health is very important. And I think, this whole pandemic that we're kind of going through, and, this whole lockdown, yeah, it's, scary and uncertain times and whatnot, but it's also a chance to kind of, I guess, reflect on your own life and maybe readjust and reevaluate what you deem to be important. Health and fitness for me, I've always been into, fitness. I was always very sporty from a very young age. So it's something that's always kind of been important to me from very, very young. But for some of you that, maybe weren't really into sports and whatever else growing up, it might be a bit more effort for you. But maybe during this lockdown, you maybe picked up a healthy habit or two, which maybe you can carry forward with you even after the lockdown's over. So yeah, it's just something to think about. It's just something to bear in mind, just because things are gradually going back to normal, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to go back to the life you were living before. Maybe you can go forward with some of these healthier habits that you've picked up. And similar point as well with gyms, I'm sure there are people who are very eager at this moment in time and, are working out and are working hard and whatever else. I'm also worried about the new year, new me mentality. And what I mean by that is when the gyms do eventually open up, there's going to be like a massive influx of people for maybe like the first month or two. And then after that, it will just plummet and then just go back to normal. And also with the gyms, I think people are also very, very eager to get back into the gyms, but it's going to be tricky because they're not going to be able to allow the same number of people into the facility. It's just going to be way too crowded. I know a lot of gyms have put measures in place to kind of help keep people safe and, separate people from certain areas and whatever else, but it's still going to be tricky. So I think even initially when the gyms do open up, it's definitely worthwhile having a plan B to fall back on. So whatever you've kind of been doing for right now, during the lockdown, whether it's, you know, going for jogs at the park or doing little HIIT workouts at home. I'd say keep doing it, you know, don't just stop doing it entirely just because the gyms have opened up, and incorporate all of it into your life until you definitively set up a routine which you can more or less stick to on a week-to-week basis. So yeah, it was just a few thoughts and my own opinions as to just, you know, what I think will kind of happen going forward, and what I think you should kind of bear in mind, that, you know, some of these habits that you may have picked up in over these past couple months, it should be something that you should look to kind of sustain going forward for the long term. I know it's not always the most exciting way to spend your free time and whatever else, but there are so many benefits linked to working out and investing into your health. You know, whether those benefits are physical benefits, mental benefits, or even social benefits. You know, so just bear in mind that, yes, as we are making steps towards, you know, going back to normal, see if you can work on keeping them a part of your lifestyle. And if you haven't taken the time to kind of sit down, you know, think about certain things during the lockdown, maybe you should incorporate some new things into your lifestyle that could, you know, be to your benefit. So I think I'll pretty much sum up the video there. So if you enjoyed the video, you know, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do, people. And I shall see you in the next video.